Hey guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again. CodingFace.com. Your boy's back and I done did it again one more time. Today we are going to be looking for some developer jobs, see what opportunities is out there. So hopefully you guys hang out with me. And yeah, man, let's do it. By the way, anybody that's in here, make sure you leave a message on the chat, just like Vulcan right here, just like Deborah. Okay. Also too, Renee the Dev. And yeah, man, make sure you leave a message there if you got some questions, some topics you guys want me to talk about. Let's do it and we'll get into it. All right. So right now what I'm doing is I'm going to entryleveljobs.ai. We're going to look at the jobs that have been listed there recently, and we're going to see the job opportunities that's going on in the market. Okay. So let's go in. Okay, give me 1 second. Shout out to everybody in here. I see over heaven. What's going on, my guy? All right. So yeah, let's get into it. All right. We're gonna start with this one, right? We got digital marketing content specialist, 45 to 55K. Let's see what's going on in here. Okay, what type of role is this? 21 to 26 per hour. Again, this is an entry-level position. All right. Working knowledge of HTML, CSS, right? And of course, some CMS systems, right? Understanding how to manage websites. This is why I always tell you guys, you gotta learn that skill. It's not hard to do. It's something very simple. Okay. If you know how to use WordPress, you know how to use Shopify, there's a lot of opportunities for you guys with this. Okay. For anyone wondering and they're coming here for the first time, I focus on getting entry-level jobs, right? There's a lot of people that, come in and they're trying to get a job into the industry, right? Usually they're trying to get this $100,000 to $200,000 job. To be honest with you, the economy is not there. This is not 2020. This is not 2021, right? You need to build yourself up. I always keep telling you guys this, but yeah, this is what you guys got to do. All right. Another one that we have right here that I just bumped into it. Okay. Content specialist. Okay. This is for Busch Gardens in Tampa. Another great opportunity. Entry-level position, right? I know the $22 an hour is not what you expect, but at the end of the day, if you want to get a job as soon as possible and build experience, right? This is where you're going to find some really good opportunities. This is in Tampa, Florida. Okay. Now, again, I started with $13 an hour. All right. And I've been able to make millions of dollars. Don't let that stop you. Understand this. When I got my first $13 an hour job, I stayed there for about like 2-3 months. Okay. That helped me land the $50,000 job that I wanted to get. And by me getting that $50,000 job, I was able to get that $75,000, $80,000 job that I wanted to get after that. You get what I'm saying? It's a play. You have to be one of the people that actually make it happen. Don't be that person that's at home, punch in the air and be like, man, there's no jobs. There's no job opportunities. All right, so stay home, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. All right, so let's see at this other one. Software developer full stack. Okay, Vera Bradley. This is Indiana, okay? This is another website that's pretty good, builtin.com. All right, it has a lot of jobs from all over the world and also too here in the US. This is Azure, so if you have any background with C#.net, right? Most likely Angular. This is another great opportunity for some of you guys. Okay, so yeah, let's go into the next one. What we have in here? Okay, web and graphic designer. Okay, let's see in here. IDIQ. Okay, they offer a bunch of packages, 401k, same old. Okay, this is good for those of you guys that have some design background. I've seen a lot of people that hit me up like, hey, I'm a designer. Hey, I know how to use Figma. Hey, I know how to use Sketch. I know how to use Adobe. If you have that background, this is a great opportunity for you. And of course, if you have the knowledge of CSS, HTML, JavaScript, PHP, or some PHP, right? It's gonna definitely help you out. Okay, let's continue with this. Let me close this up. Let's try to manage the tabs, man. Every time I go live, I'm like doing research and doing a bunch of stuff, and people will be like, "Yo, what's going on? You're making me anxious with so many tabs open." So I'm trying to manage it today. All right. So in here we have another one, web producer. This is at Adobe. Okay, Adobe is a pretty huge company. Okay. Again, let's see. Join Adobe as a web producer. Work with some of the top digital teams. Okay. Collaborate. All right. Let me see. Good fundamentals of Web 2.0. Proficiency, HTML, CSS, XML, JavaScript. Right. Again, different type of pays depending on where you're at. Pay range depends on the location, but it's from $78,000 to $161,000 annually. All right, this is for those of you guys that be like, man, can I really grow as a content editor, as a web producer? Guys, every company needs somebody to come in and manage their websites. Okay, so again, it doesn't matter how small or how big, there's a department for that. Trust me, there's been times that I worked at companies and I'm like, this person's here, this person's getting paid this much, and all they're doing is literally just going in, posting what's on they need to post on the website, manage the content, and that's it. Okay? It's not out of this world. You know English, okay, you pass. You get what I'm saying? So again, this is a great opportunity for you guys. Let me see. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Again, guys, leave messages, leave comments on the chat so I could go in and I could, answer your questions or get into different topics too. All right. Remember, this is a two-way conversation. Okay. Bree Power is in here. What's going on, my guy? Let me see. AD Code says, let's see what AD Code says. Hi, Joe. I was looking into getting into email development, but all jobs are in the U.S. Is it realistic to land a remote job from outside of the U.S.? Yes, you could get a job in the U.S., but there's things that you're going to have to do, okay? Most of these companies, they hire here in the U.S. because it doesn't make sense for someone to go in and say, well, let me hire somebody in India, or let me hire somebody in Zimbabwe. Let me hire somebody in Wakanda, right? It doesn't make sense for them to go in and hire somebody over there, right? When there's going to be certain rules that they're going to have to go through, right? Also too, for tax purposes, and different things that just comes with the business, they rather hire people here. So this is what you go and you basically scheme it. You basically go in and open up a company here in the United States, okay? Again, this isn't for the broke people. If you don't want to invest in yourself, this isn't going to work for you. But you're going to have to do this. It doesn't matter where you live outside of the U.S. If you take these steps, you open up a LLC here in the United States, okay? Once you have that LLC, you apply to jobs. And when you apply to the jobs, you apply as if it's a company that you have here in the US, okay? You're applying as you doing the job, but when they ask you for your, let's say, your social security number, do you need any sponsorship? Do you need any of those things? You say, no, I don't need that. What I need is for you guys to basically pay me as a contractor, right? Contract work, okay? Now, let's say there's 10 jobs that will give you an opportunity. After those 10 jobs, probably 4 to 5 will go in and actually hire you as a contractor. Because what they really care about is like just for tax purposes. Like it just makes a business, it just makes their life easier. Okay. No one wants to go in and be like, hey, we got to sponsor somebody. We got to do this and that. Because most of these positions are, pretty simple roles, to be honest with you. So they could find people here in the US. It's not like when you say, well, I'm looking for a Python developer, the best Python developer, or AI developer, or, somebody that's an expert in ASP.NET, etc. And they're willing to pay whatever it is and set up whatever visas or sponsorships, whatever they have to do all over the world. Like they looking for that person, right? In that situation, they'll go through the loops of trying to get to hire that person. But for an email developer role, a content editor role, they could find a lot of people here in the US. So the way how you scheme it is just getting your LLC. So when they ask you for an EIN number, which is like like your social security number, you give them that. Okay, and that way you could get hired. Shout out to Abraham Paniagua. This is how he's been able to work in multiple companies. Doing the same thing. He lives in Dominican Republic, right? And there's a couple of other people. I know a couple of guys from CodingFace that they in the UK and they work here in the US, and they follow the same path that Abraham basically did, which was basically going in and setting up the LLC, applying to the jobs, and now when they hire you as a contractor. And then now from there, what you do is you have your company here and you pay yourself. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple. It's not that hard. All right, cool. Let's continue with this. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Guys, make sure you give a like. Make sure you leave a comment. As you can see, the algorithm is not loving your boy. Nobody knows that we live right now. So the only way that people's going to know is by you staying on the live stream, right? Even if you are doing something else, leave your phone right there and give this a like, okay? Yeah, I don't know. The YouTube algorithm goes up one day, another day that goes down. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's continue with this. We got another one in here, junior software engineer. So again, posted 3 days ago. Corporate Tools is hiring junior software engineer, $75,000. Okay, you will be a traditional company employee. There's a full-time work. Okay. Spokane, Washington. All right. Hiring we primarily code in Ruby, JavaScript, and use Rails and okay. Interesting. Okay, so if you're in the Washington area, there's a great opportunity for you. Let's see, 22 days paid time off. Okay, you got the holidays, right? Not bad. Paid maternity and paternity leave. That's big. Because, for guys, they don't care. You're like, well, you ain't having the kid. Your wife is having the kid. You got to come to work. Now, they pay you for the paternity leave. So that's pretty nice. I like seeing companies that do that. That's a good benefit. As a parent, I know how it is. When you have a kid, you want to stay with your son, your daughter, right? Maybe the mom's had a C-section, whatever. You got to take care of your wife. So having a company that gives you benefits like this is pretty cool. All right, let's continue with this. All right, at least a year of experience, professional experience. Again, this is an entry-level position. This is a junior-level position. They're always going to want to know what you have done. This is why it's so important for you to put yourself out there. Even those roles that you see that are like $25 an hour, $30 an hour, you want to apply to those because you're going to need experience to get to the bigger roles. If you want to be a full-stack developer, companies is not hiring somebody that has never done anything. You got to come in and be the full package, okay? Shout out to everybody in here. Make sure you leave a comment on the chat, guys. I'm here for you guys. All right. If I don't see no comments, I don't see no interaction, then we close this down. Okay. I'm here for you guys. All right. Shout out to everybody that's in here. We got the next thing. Okay. Email marketing manager, gun mag. Okay. So for those of you guys that are gun nuts, gun fans, right? Second Amendment fans, guess what? Gun Mag is hiring. Yo, that's crazy. I don't know. It just sounds suspect with that name. Gun Mag. Come to the Gun Mag warehouse, okay? Gun Mag warehouse, a leading supplier of online firearms accessories, is seeking experienced email marketing manager. Okay, let me see. On the email marketing program, start to finish. Okay. We got HTML, CSS, GA4, BigQuery, Looker Studio, similar tools. Okay, if you're ready to take your next level, Gun Mag. Okay, not bad. 48 to 78,000, pretty good start. All right, and let's see, Monday to Friday, of course. Okay, so again, this is a great opportunity for those of you guys that's into that world. Okay. Let's continue with this. What's the next thing we have in here? Okay, WordPress developer. Okay, this is East Brunswick, New Jersey. If you're in Jersey, stand up. You know what I mean? Okay, WordPress developer. Okay, Let me see. Knowledge of technology, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Angular, or similar frameworks. Okay. E-growth system, high profile IT solution provide. Why? Okay. Our solutions include e-commerce, customization, mobile app developments. Okay, cool. So they're looking for somebody that knows WordPress. They probably got some clients that are in the WordPress ecosystem. So yeah, there's an opportunity there for you guys. Okay, let's continue. The next one, let's see what else we got in here. Okay, let's see what else. I think some new jobs got added, so that's why we're seeing the same ones. But let me see. Email marketing coordinator, Shabby Fabrics. Okay, Shabby Fabrics is a vibrant online quilt shop, North Idaho. All right, Idaho's hiring, guys. If you're in the Idaho areas, raise your hand. Okay. A lot of times when you see companies in random places like Idaho, definitely apply to them. Even though they might say that the position is in-house, to be honest with you, it's going to be rare that they're going to find people in Idaho. Okay. Most people that are doing development, they don't live in Idaho, Minnesota, Nebraska, North Dakota, like those areas, they don't live there. Okay. Most people live in the East Coast, the West Coast, and some parts of the middle of the country. So what usually happens is when you see companies like this, they list the job, they figure out pretty early that, you know, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they can't find the right candidate locally. So what they do is they become more open to the idea of hiring somebody remotely, especially when we know that people can actually do the work from home. Like, you don't need to be in the office to do this. Okay. The Banana Boy says, what is this, live? Yes, it's live. Welcome to the community, the Banana Boy. Very sus name, but welcome. We appreciate everybody in here, okay? Let me see. Renee the Coder says, shout out to Renee. Okay, let me see. Give me 1 second. Reading through here. I've been going on a few interviews, entering the 3rd and 4th round. I'm going in with confidence and energy. I'm ready for a 3rd round later today. Wish me luck. Hey, good luck, bro. You got this, bro. You already worked as a developer. You know, as you can see, you're going to the 3rd and 4th rounds, right? So from here, it's just going in confident, breaking down everything that you can do for the company. Definitely let them know that you're willing to learn whatever system they might have. You're a very accomplished developer. You've been doing this for over a year, working at the company that you work for, right? And then just break it down that, hey, I could pretty much learn anything, even though I might have some knowledge in Salesforce. But if you guys are using Drip or you're using Breeze or some other system out there, I can do that too. Okay. They're all basically doing the same thing. It's just literally just for me to go over the documentation, and I can guarantee you I could do the work. Okay. So again, good luck to you, Renee, and looking forward to seeing you later on tonight. By the way, for anybody that's in here, okay, anybody that's in here that's in the Diamond membership, guys, we have accountability meeting tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Come with your projects, come with your portfolio, come with your work, okay? We got 2 hours. We're going to be there from 7 to 9 p.m. looking over all of your work. Last week was a little bit hectic, had no internet, no light over here. So, you know, we had to cancel the meeting for that one. But we here on this Monday. Come in. I'm going to send out an email to everyone that's a Diamond member. If you don't receive it, send me an email and let me know, hey, yo, I don't receive any of your emails. I'm going to go in and add you manually again, okay? Because you need to be checking out your email so you can get notifications of everything that's happening on CodingFace.com if you're a Diamond member, okay? That way you will know, hey, if a meeting is canceled or it's been moved to another day, you need to look at your emails, guys. I see a lot of you guys that, you know, I send out the email and don't have no opens. Like, that's on you. You know, I don't want to hear, hey, man, I showed up to the meeting and I didn't even know nobody was there. We emailed you. It's just you don't check your emails. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? I can't do anything other than notify you. If you don't actually go in and check out your emails, that's your problem, to be honest with you. Okay. Let me see. Reading through here. Jill Black. Okay. If you're a diamond member, Jill, you're going to have meetings with me tonight. Okay. CodingFace.com. Okay. All you have to do is go to the live meetings. Okay. You click here, live meeting. And then from there, you click over here, accountability meeting, join meeting if you're a member. And that's it. You go in and you're good to go. The link to the Zoom call and everything is in there. Now, if you're interested in like coming to codingface.com and you have some questions before you sign up, hey, I got no problem with actually hopping on a call with you for 20, 30 minutes, okay? I'll answer your questions, your concerns, whatever you might have before you sign up to CodingFace. That's fine, okay? So if that's what you mean, how do you book a call? Very simple. You go to codingface.com and you click a button that says book a call. All right? I try to make it very easy, very simple, okay? I make it baby-proof, okay? The whole site is made baby-proof. Everything is laid out for you, okay? So you come in, you click over here, book a call, and then from there, that will notify me the day that you want to do the call, and pretty simple, okay? You click here, okay, and you choose a date, all right? Now, of course, guys, please do not book a date unless you're actually planning on showing up and you actually planning on coming to codingface.com. Please don't book a call just to be like, hey, Joe, I just wanted to talk to you. Guys, this is business, okay? I talk to you here on YouTube. I answer all your questions, whatever you want, you know, or send me an email, right? But unless you're coming to codingface.com, please don't waste your time. Please respect my time too. You know, I don't charge for this. You know, a lot of times I do meetings with people and it's fine. I don't care if you don't sign up to CodingFace. But at the same time, understand that this meeting is to answer your questions about CodingFace. This is not for me to go do consulting. This is not for me to go in and look at your application, your portfolio. That's not for that, okay? You know, we do that at codingface.com. If you're not a member of codingface.com, you got to respect my time, okay? So please just, you know, just be respectful, okay? Because I wouldn't hit you up for you to work for free, and I wouldn't hit you up to, you know, it's like, yo, hey, I'm calling you to come paint my house, and when I show up there with some paint and some brushes, you're like, yeah, man, I just wanted to hang out with you for a little bit, bro. Like, this is not the time for that. I'm doing business, okay? By the way, man, beautiful day today. We had a beautiful day today in the market. Oh my God. For those of you guys that don't know, I do day trading every single day. You know, we had a little setback last week and we made it back. Okay. Every single day, I'm averaging around anywhere from $700 to $1,500 at the minimum. Some days I might hit it off, $8,000. Hey, you know what I mean? We take it. But right now we're doing pretty good, man. My goal is to go in and just try to average up 1,000 and better. So, you know, we have, I think it's like 250 days. So that'll be like a nice 200 something, you know. I'll tell you right now, we have on the market, how many trading days in 2025. Okay, there's 252 days. So if my average is around, you know, $1,200, you know, we'll basically make 252,000 or more just day trading, which is a blessing. It's one of those things that I keep telling you guys, pay attention to it, because again, this is something I wish somebody would have told me. You know, I look at all this stuff, you know, I'm a very skeptical person. You know, when I see stuff online or I see people talking about certain things, I'm just like you guys. I don't believe shit from nobody. Okay. That's just the facts. Right. But, you know, for years, I've been just trading like long-term stocks. Like I buy Apple, I buy Nvidia, I buy Microsoft, and a whole bunch of other ones like AMD. And basically, I just go in and just leave it there. You know, that's like retirement money. But 2023, I decided, you know what, let me pay attention to this, because there's no way that all of these people that's making money, they're faking it, right? There's no way. I just got to see if it's real. So I decided to go in and I went in with my own money. 2023, I actually lost money. I basically I came in with 15,000, made around $60,000, right? Then I lost everything because I didn't know how to trade. I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. I didn't even know how to use the software. I basically got lucky and flipped my money, right? But then I lost everything. 2024, I came back in and started educating myself, started, reading podcast. Well, not reading, watching podcasts, reading books, using AI to break down certain concepts that I didn't know, right? I took my time to really learn the software. I use Weeble. For those of you guys wondering which one I use Weeble. Just make it simple, right? And I can tell you, like, we're profitable. You get what I'm saying? We're profitable, and thank God we have that because, right now we're not depending on anything. When you see me here on talk about CodingFace and we got some courses and all of that's side money for me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're making like really good money just on the trading alone and just long-term stocks and day trading. Like this is really like my side income right now. Okay. And I tell you that with, a grain of salt of like, yo, pay attention to these things, right? Pay attention to the market, get your bag. Okay. Please don't be that person that's skeptical about everything. Cause I've lost a lot of opportunities because I'm really closed in. I don't trust everything that's out there. This plays that I could have done in 2020 with Bitcoin that I would have made millions. There's trades that I would have jumped into the stock market that I could have fucking made millions and millions of dollars, right? But I was just too closed in. So I'm just giving you guys game so you guys can see like, hey, there's opportunities out here. Like I give you a great example like this one today. Again, and we're going to get back to coding. Don't worry. I like to share knowledge, okay? Share what's happening, whatever works for me. When you see me talking about coding, is because coding literally helped me get to where I'm at right now. But trading was taking me to the next level, okay? Coding is great to put capital, put money in your pocket, get you to buy your house, get you to take care of your family. It's a great opportunity. Now, if you want to build wealth, this is what you got to pay attention to. Okay. So this was right here. This was actually IBO. Basically I got in this trade, I got in, sold early, from there held it, and then pretty much got out like at 190. Okay. And then I left a little bit more. And once it dropped and came back to like 180, I sold again. Smart man. Because from there it dropped. But I made a pretty penny from that, okay? A nice little penny, okay? A nice one, all right? And this is the things that I try to show you guys that, you know what? If the opportunity is there and you could get into it, okay? Please don't close your mind, okay? It's the same thing with coding and becoming a developer. I know sometimes it seems so hard, so difficult. It's worth the actual work that you have to do. Okay, becoming a developer is the best thing that you're gonna do for your life. Okay, you're gonna have a career. Now, if you want to go back to school, do 4 years, become a doctor or some other shit, then go for it. Okay, I'm not telling you not to go to school, but to be able to learn a skill that you can do in 2 months, like the basics, like the things that we're talking about, like entry-level jobs, email developer, you could do this in 2 months. Okay, in 2 months, you could be in a position of applying to jobs. Now, from there, it might take you another month to 2 months to find the right position. But once you're in, you're in. From there, it's just growth. Okay? A good job, take care of your family, put money in your pocket, right? You build experience. And then the beauty of it is that the more skills that you have and the more experience you have, the more money you make. At that point, this is where you're going to go in and start looking at things like where I'm at right now with the whole trading thing is like, bro, like, how do you put your money to work? Okay. How do you go in and say, well, I was surviving with $40,000. Okay. Some of you guys are surviving with $40,000. What would you do if you had 80? That's a good conversation. Okay. That's a really good conversation. Let's talk about it. Okay. That's a good topic. What will you do? Right. And I don't know if you guys mind sharing like how much, don't give me the exact number. Give me a range of how much you make in your job right now. Give me a range, okay? And let's say you now are able to make double or half the money, right? Or 50% more than, not even 50%, we could say like a 25% more than what you're already making on your regular job. Okay, what would you do with that money? That's the conversation right now. We having a two-way conversation. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. All right. So leave a comment right there. I'm gonna leave that topic right there, and we'll get back to it. All right. What would you do with your money if you was able to earn 25% more or double your money? All right. It's up to you. Tell me what you guys will do with it. Okay. Let me continue looking for some job opportunities. Okay, we have e-commerce solutions developer, right? The e-commerce world is big, guys. $75,000, Downingtown, PA. Okay, all right. They're looking for somebody knowledge of some SQL, right? CRM to store the stuff. Okay, very nice. All right, strong proficiency in backend, JavaScript, Python, HTML, CSS, React. Okay, pretty much is like a backend position role. Okay, that's in PA. Let me see. Email marketing specialist, Brookdale Senior Living. Okay. Gracious hospitality, neverthelessness for our residents. Okay. Nationwide company with over 675 communities. Oh, nice. Okay, recognized by Newsweek 2024, 2025, America's greatest workplaces for diversity. Nice. Okay, diverse work field. All right. Okay, let me see. Okay, done. All right. Knowledge of HTML, Excel, responsive email design. Look, this one you know this is old school. Dreamweaver. Okay. All right. Let me see. This is the only thing that makes me nervous. You're looking for an email developer, right? I'm looking at the description. Why are you telling me, yo, physical demands and working conditions, standing, walking, sitting, use your hands, fingers to handle or feel, reach with your hands and arms, stoop, kneel, crawl. Hold on, bro. What you gonna have me do? Pick up some of these old people? Yo, you show up to a job like, yo, I'm an email developer. Well, my God, we need to move Johnson, to the next bed. Could you come help out? I'm an email developer, guys. Like, what what you guys got me doing here? It's like, yeah, we're going to need you to wipe Johnson's ass real quick. Okay? That's the type of shit. You start going through the description, because what happens is, most likely you're not going to be doing any of this stuff. But they have certain templates, right? So this is a company that does like senior living, right? It's for old people, right? So I'm pretty sure they help people out with stuff, right? So they have a template. So this stuff that's right here is the stuff that comes with the qualifications for the job. But because this company, this is what they do, they also have like the footer. The footer is, by the way, you might be picking shit up. Okay. So whoever, posted this job, they forgot to take out the footer. Oh man. You showing up, you in there like, yo, I thought I was gonna be doing emails, and you in there wiping some old man's ass. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Okay, shout out to everybody in here. Reading through the comment. Vulcan says, let's look what Vulcan says. My guy Vulcan. Hey, Joe, have you heard of Salsify? I had an interview for an e-commerce role at a ceiling fan company. I was a good match, but I got rejected because I didn't have 5 years of Salsify experience. That don't make no, I don't know. What the hell is Salsify? Yeah, but this is the thing. Sometimes some of these companies like be asking for experience on things that no one has experience on. I've been doing e-commerce for over 10 years. I've never heard of Salsify. Okay? I'm just searching for it. I've never heard of this shit. So now I'm looking for it. Okay? PXM platform for modern commerce. Okay? This is the app that, or the service that they're talking about. Salsify PXM. Okay, this is something, I don't know what the hell is that. Okay, so they got people from, I guess it's big, depending on what it is. Energized popular syndication is a huge piece of Salsify value. We have direct channels where we press a button and we send the content there. Is done. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I just never heard of this, right? Okay, incredible product experience management. Okay, ensures best in class digital. Okay, how does PXM work? Centralized, rich. So there's like a CRM type of thing. But that's the thing. Sometimes, you got to make sure that you really lay down the fact that you might not have knowledge of this specific system, but you've done similar things to this. Okay? This is what you got to go in and just sound confident, because when a company goes in and throws some random service that no one else uses, okay, you have to make sure to put that in their mind, like, hey, I haven't used this one, but if I look at the documentation, look at the articles and the things that it has, I can learn this. I know how to use a CRM. I know how to use a CMS system. I know how to build websites from scratch. This system is not going to be difficult for me to be able to do this. Okay? So you got to really lay that down, because a lot of times, if they asking for 5 years of Salsify, who has 5 years of Salsify? I've never heard of this. I've been doing this shit for 10 years. I've never heard of Salsify. Okay? So you just got to go in and like lay down, like make sure that they understand. This is not a common system, but you can actually learn how to use it because you have already done similar things to this. Okay? But yeah, man, that sucks. Sorry that you had to go through that, man. Do a live of you day trading. I don't like doing live streams, day trading. You know why? Because I've actually lost money. I tried to do a little live stream before day trading, and it just doesn't play out right. Because you're trying to, in a sense, you're trying to perform. Like, I don't know how some guys, they do that. Maybe because they have way more experience than me, as far as like years and years of experience, and they could block out things. Usually when I go live, I like to look at the chat. I like to look at what people is doing, things like that. And when I'm day trading, I need to be focused. I need to be charting up the charts, right? Seeing what's my entry position, where do I want to get out, right? And when I'm doing a live stream, I've actually lost money doing on the live stream. I tried doing that before here, and I've actually lost money, and it'll be like $2,000 when in reality it should have been like $100 loss or maybe a $500 win. But doing live trading is hard. Okay, I'll be honest with you. Unless you block out the whole chat and you just doing your own thing. Maybe I could do it like that. But I wouldn't do it here on this channel anyways, right? Most people don't care about this, right? They care about code. This is why you came here. You came here about developer jobs, coding, and that's what we're doing there. I'm actually creating another channel where it's going to be called CodingFace, because that's where we're going to be launching this new service, and I'm basically going to be putting in all my wins. As I'm using the software that I'm building, and I'm going to go in and actually, go in and show that. So I'll show like the highlights. I'll show like the things that happen throughout the day. Like today, after this live stream, I'm going to record a video for that channel. And then you'll see exactly how much I actually made for the day. I mean, so far, I still got some more plays going on. But so far right now, I'm $700 up. So yeah, so it's not bad. And there's a couple of more plays that's happening in the market. But one thing that I learned also too over the past few years is like, don't over trade. If you won for the day, chill. That's it. Leave. Because if you go in and you keep on trying and trying and trying to make more money and more money, what usually happens is you actually lose money. Okay? Once you made your goal for the day, you're done. Keep it moving. Okay? And cut your losses quickly. Let me see. What's really good? Wim says, okay, Wilkins said, invest the extra money in a business venture side hustle. Okay, nice. That's a good way of thinking. Wim Eats World says, hell, if I can make the exact same but remote, I'm leaving the country to return to Latin America. I feel you on that, bro. Somebody said, I'll be wilding out with double your income. Pause. Duties include HTML development and diaper changes. Yeah, that job looked crazy. I don't know. Sometimes the HR people, they get so lazy. They be so lazy, it'd be crazy. Shout out to my guy, Lawrence. What's going on? AKA One Syrian. Oh man, Lawrence is like, yo, bro, that was 5 years ago, Joe. That was 5 years ago. Can you leave that name alone? I know you as One Syrian, bro. This new guy, this is the PC version. This is the corporate. You know what I mean? We still know One Syrian. You know what I mean? That's like me. If you know me from the streets, you know me from back in the days. Nobody calls me Joe. Nobody calls me none of that. You know what I mean? They call me Anthrax. You know what I mean? Like that's how they call me in New York. You know what I'm saying? For you is One Syrian. You know what I mean? OG name. Oh man, I'm about to get into this play. Damn, I should have got in earlier. Let me see. This has been a freaking an amazing day, guys. Let me see. Boom, boom. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm about to do a little quick play. A little one. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Just a little one. Because I already made a lot of money today, so I'm good for the day. But why not get a little something more? You know what I mean? Why not? Let's see. Da-da-da. So I'm jumping on this. It's bouncing back. I think it's gonna wanna hit something big today. Okay, bouncing back. Okay, so that hit support right here at 140. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get back in. See, we got a bullwick here. We're gonna try to get in at one. I should try to get in at 170, but just in case, I'm gonna put it in at 167. Okay, and we're gonna ride it till 240. Yeah, let's get this back, guys. Yeah, because this one's been hot today, man. It's been a very good day. And we're in. That's it. Let her ride. Get her back real quick. That's it. I'm going to let her ride. I'm not even going to look at it. I just went in with like 50 shares. Nothing crazy, right? Which is around like $83 because I already made my bread. So if I go in too big, right? now I'm just risking my profits. $100, I'll be fine. If it doubles up, shit, I want $100 more, right? If not, hallelujah. Let me see what's going on. Shout out to everybody in here. Right, same here. I did Amazon FBA and built e-commerce sites. Never heard of Salsify before. I asked her if they trained on it, and she said no. I had to know it from the jump. Yeah, nobody knows that system. People are crazy. OG, triple OG, one series, yes sir. Okay. The job I'm interviewing for uses Blue Shift and Salesforce for their emails. Okay, nice. Yes. Yeah, man. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day today, man. Let me see. We outside, Coding Poppy says. We outside, yes, sir. Yeah, guys. By the way, guys, listen, if you're new to the channel, right? You're still interested in becoming a developer, right? This is what I'm gonna recommend to you guys, right? Come to CodingFace.com, okay? Come to CodingFace.com. Give me 1 second. I don't know why. Let me see. There's something going on with. Let me check the links on the description. Am I bugging? Maybe I'm putting the wrong link. Or maybe my internet's acting up. But yeah, guys, what I was going to say, guys, if you want to come in and you want to learn how to code, guys, come to codingface.com. This is what I do. Okay, I help people like you get into the game. I teach you the skills that you need. Okay, so definitely come to the platform. All right, come in. Literally, just go to codingface.com, and from there you should be good to go. Let me see. Am I bugging? I'm checking my site, but for some reason it's not. It's giving me an issue. Checking the links. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if it's the internet. Y'all let me know. Can y'all still see me? Is it the internet? Did the internet? Yeah, issue. My internet's been acting up. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's like I have a firewall. Yeah, so the site is up. Okay. So if you click on the link in the description, I'm having some issues with the firewall. I don't know what the hell's going on here. But guys, if you're interested in becoming a developer, come to codingface.com. This is what we do. We basically train you on all of the skills that you're going to need to be able to get into the game. As you can see, there's a lot of guys that's in here on the chat right now that came through codingface.com. They're already on the process of actually applying to jobs. Some of them already applying to the second and third jobs. So again, you want to come in and come to codingface.com. Again, this is what we do. All right. So definitely check out the links in the description, get your 20% off, take advantage of that. It's a great platform. We help out people just like yourself, like I said, get into the game. And what we do is we give you the whole game plan, okay? If you haven't checked it out, this is the website. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, okay? Learn what's relevant in today's market, build your own schedule, real world projects that matter, avoid common beginner mistakes. You're getting everything in here, okay? Again, you have a traditional boot camp. The traditional boot camp, what they do is they tell you, hey, you're gonna get to become a full stack developer in under 3 months. The truth is it takes longer than that, okay? That could work for somebody that maybe has been coding before, but an average person, it takes you way longer to become a full stack developer. And then on top of that, that's why a lot of times people cannot get a job because they're trying to put them into higher positions that need you to have experience. So how do you get experience if people don't want to give you a job? So what I do at codingface.com is I basically take a different route. I go in and I look at the jobs that will actually give you a job opportunity, which are web administrator. This takes about a month to learn. Okay. Email developer takes about another month to learn. So within 2 months, you can go in and have 2 different type of jobs that you could qualify for. Now, of course, this is depending on how much time you put in. If you say, I'm only going to do 1 hour every week, yeah, you're going to be here for 6 months. But if you go in and you say, hey, I'm going to do 2 hours a day, every single day, I'm training myself for now. By the end of the summer, I could go in and start applying to jobs, and I could go in and get a new career, make more money, have a better life. Guess what? This is what we do. Okay, we focus on those 2 things, and then from there we jump into front end development, Shopify, and then from there we jump into full stack development. Okay, so before we go into the deeper things about web development, we want to make sure that you get a job early on. Okay, shout out to one Syrian in here. He could tell you, right? Go check out his TikTok, his Instagram. I think he's also on YouTube. Go check him out, right? He came from CodingFace, but one of the things that he did to be where he's at right now is like he started like a content editor. You know what I'm saying? Content editor, managing websites, building small sites, right? This is how you start. Then from there, as you build more experience, you get to the next level. And because you did that job, that helps you land the bigger roles. So you have to start using your brain, guys. This is the strategy that works. It worked in 2017 when we started CodingFace.com, and it works today in 2025, okay? Everything is in here. Come to CodingFace, 90 plus courses, tech accelerator program, 12 hours of monthly group coaching, career paths. We got web producer, front-end developer, back-end developer, email developer, Shopify developer, full stack developer. Everything is in here. Job search resources, right? So we search for jobs for you, and we look for the best ones that you should be applying to. For example, like entry-level-jobs.ai. All of these jobs, I have a team that's looking for job opportunities for you and list it out here. And you get access to this 100% for free just by being a Diamond member, okay? So not only are we preparing you, doing meetings with you, coaching you, helping you through the whole process, reviewing your portfolio, your projects, like you literally cannot mess up. Like all you have to do is show up, do the work. Everything else that's around this, we are doing it for you. So definitely go check out CodingFace.com, guys. Take advantage. Links in the description, get that 20% off, okay? And for those of you guys that already are at a stage where you're literally, you're at a point where maybe you're working as a developer, you're looking to monetize your skills, okay? You want to maybe start doing freelancing, maybe some software as a service. Guys, check out the Profitable Developer course. That's there, okay? You get 25% off if you use the links in the description. Take advantage, okay? There's a lot of cool things that you're going to learn in there. And again, if you want to make more money as a developer, that's the course that you want to go in and pay attention to. Because if you don't know how to monetize your skills, you're always going to be depending on a job, okay? So please don't do that. Don't be that guy that waits until he get laid off or waits until he get fired to then right there say, maybe I should start doing a business. Maybe I should start figuring out how to make some extra income so I don't depend on this. Don't wait for last minute. You don't have to wait. You could literally come in and get started now. It's about planting a seed. You plant that little seed. A year from now, you're going to see fruits from it. If you don't plant the seed, don't expect any fruits in the future. All right? That's just how life works. All right, guys. So anyways, if anyone has any questions, any topics, anything before we get out of here, because I got to record a couple of videos before I do the accountability meeting tonight. So let me know in the chat. Anybody's in here, any questions, any topics right before we get out of here. Okay, we are 53 minutes in. Okay, so let me know. Let me know if you got questions, topics. If not, we're going to end the live stream. All right. I guess leave it in the comment section, guys. Listen, I'm about to get out of here. Like I said, go check out CodingFace.com. Check out the links in the description. Take advantage of what's in there. Okay. And check out entry-level-jobs.ai if you want to get access to that service. All right. I'll see you guys later. Peace.